Here's a Cadillac you're definitely not going to see every day. 1958 Cadillac Eldorado Brougham. The reason you're not going to see one of these every day, 304 is all that were made in 1958. It was a 2-year build of this body style, 1957 and 1958. This particular one is body number 657. When these sold new, it was for more than a Rolls Royce or Ferrari back then. It's rumored that General Motors lost over $10,000 a unit when they sold these new. Numbers matching, 365 V8 still underneath the hood. That's paired up with an automatic transmission, power steering, power brakes, AC. Technician did note that the AC will need some attention. Let's take a look at the chrome and the bright work up front on these. Of course, coming from the era of the Dagmars up front, and this one definitely has them. All right, still pictures. Check out the engine bay, the interior, the undersides, uniqueclassiccars.com. If you're watching this video on YouTube, click on the link down below the video in the description. That's going to take you right to our website. Of course, you can call us 507-386-1726. You get a good close-up of the wheels in the still pictures. White wall bias ply tires. As far as the paint shows its age a little bit. You can see there's touch-up spots on it here, there. I'll kind of point out some of them as we go. So is the paint perfect? No, but you can see it still has a nice shine. This car is going to definitely turn heads. That stainless steel roof. It appears that there is the original interior in this car, and maybe the Cadillac Eldorado Brougham experts out there can weigh in on that a little bit. Appears to be very stock looking dash. Of course, the hardtop with the suicide doors in the rear. Very unique, no pun intended. Remember, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email. You can see a little ding or two in the chrome in the rear. I also want to mention that the original version of these cars came with air ride suspension. I mean, this thing had options galore in 57 and 58, considering, you know, that time frame. The rear shock on this one, I believe it's the passenger rear, does leak down some. There's a compressor on board, a switch underneath the dash. You can put it at the ride height you want, but it will slowly leak down. A couple things in the paint back here where you can kind of see it spider webbed. Chrome in the rear bumpers. And again, those still pictures, uniqueclassiccars.com. Take your time looking through them. This is one of those cars. You can enjoy it the way it is, or maybe you want to take it to the next level. Take a look down this passenger side. I always tell folks watching our videos on YouTube to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here's one of the reasons why. You just never know what you'll see come through here. Again, there's only 304 of these made, and I've been lucky enough to see, I believe, 3 of them in my lifetime, and it's due to Unique Classic Cars here. All right, up and down the driver's side. Again, you can see the paint has a nice shine to it. Is there spots where there's some little touch up along the way? Absolutely. I believe there was one right here. Kind of see that. What a great looking car, though. A couple things to note before we fire it up. Both brake booster and the master cylinder have been replaced. So brake booster, master cylinder have been rebuilt, I should say. Rebuilt and repaired. Let's take a little closer look at this interior. Yeah, basically for a 1958, the options on this thing were endless. You can see a leather cloth combination. Leather is showing wear, and that leads me to believe it sure looks like it is original. All right, let's go ahead and fire this up. Again, numbers matching, 365. You're going to notice I have it in neutral for starting. I know the tech mentioned the water temp gauge does work. You can use that. Take a good look at the dash. I've not had the radio power up, so you're aware of that. Headliner. This ain't show you how these work. It's kind of cool. How neat's that? And remember, we have an open door policy. See it? Get it? Open door policy for third-party inspectors. So if you can't make it to see this car yourself, want somebody to come take a peek at it, feel free. Let you listen to it. Pretty quiet. Sorry about the bad dad joke humor there. I have a coworker that has rubbed off on me, I guess, because he is non-stop. All right, let me pause this a second. I want to get this hood popped, check out the engine bay, and then stick around to the very end of the video. Jason will take this car for a drive, show you how it goes down the road. All right, so hood open, and when I popped the hood, it reminded me to remind you that switch for the compressor is right down below the release for the hood. So there's a toggle switch there that will run the compressor. Now, this number's matching 365 engine, has the 3 deuce setup on it. So 3 2-barrel carbs, was actually 335 horse, 405 pound-feet of torque. Not too shabby for 1958. So pretty stock looking engine bay. Any questions, make sure you call 507-386-1726. UniqueClassicCars.com is where you can check out all those still pics. We do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email.
Hey, it's George from Motorhood Podcast at Unique Classic Cars.
Hey, and this is Jeremy, and we're here to tell you where you can find our podcast. So first off, on all the Audible platforms, including Spotify, iHeart, etc., and also right here on the YouTube channel where you can find all of our episodes,
as well as the rest of our shenanigans.
A few other fun things that we'll do.
And when in doubt,
gas it.
Welcome to Motorhood.
Today we're driving a 1958 Cadillac Eldorado, beautiful blue with that stainless roof. Now the speedometer is jumping around a little bit. The blower motor does blow air. This car has air ride, and there's a switch underneath the hood release that'll allow you to air up the air ride, which gives it a nice firm ride. Great for handling in the corners, honestly. Now, the generator light flickers on a little bit when you're at low RPM, but it is charging when you're going down the highway. The fuel gauge is showing just under a half a tank, and the temperature gauge is a quarter of the way up. The amazing styling of this car was not carried on for very many years, and you won't see very many of these cars. Power windows are working. As you can see, the weather does change in Minnesota, but we do wash our vehicles so we can do these driving videos for you. Cloth bench seats that appear to be original, which is amazing for this car. Equipped with the headlight, automatic headlight switch up front, which was only offered for a few years in the 50s when they first started up. A very rare option in American cars in the 50s. As I was saying, corners quite nicely thanks to that air ride. One of the most beautiful cars that you'll never see very many of, A 1958 Cadillac Eldorado in a stunning blue with stainless top. Take a look at all the pictures of this car at uniqueclassiccars.com.